But you lost to Honda, man.
I love the GoPro.
I appreciate it. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have the brand new Honda HR-V right next to me. This car has been around for 3 generations. We had the first generation, although beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, pretty much everyone disliked the design of it. And then we had the second generation, where they made some major design improvements. And then finally, we have this one here, the third generation, futuristic and sleek design. So this is what the key looks like. Unlock, lock, and boot open. Simplistic, minimalistic design. The new Honda HR-V is designed to appeal to consumers through a mix of desirability, functionality, and usability. And in this review, we will go over all those points. The first design feature you will notice up front is this body-colored grille, very sleek design. And then you have this full LED headlight, which comes standard. The horizontal shoulder line generates a sense of forward momentum, and the dip in the bonnet gives it a sportier look. From the side, you'll notice the sleek silhouette, which is achieved by reducing the roof height over previous models. This one is riding on 18-inch alloy wheels, which comes as standard, both at the front and at the rear. Let us take a quick walk around it before we get into the details. So this HR-V follows Honda's man maximum, machine minimum principle for useful design. Let me quickly explain what that means. In Honda's man maximum, machine minimum principle, often simply shortened to man max, the car is not viewed in isolation, but rather from a larger man-machine relationship. In this relationship, the human is placed as the most important element, with the machine as subversive and whose function is to serve the human. By eliminating the complexity of its cabins, Honda designers are hoping to enhance the driving experience. Man Max aims to maximize interior space by minimizing the size of a vehicle's mechanical components. And this is done by reducing interior clutter and building vehicles with thinner roof pillars, lower coals, the area in front of the windshield, and larger amount of glass for better outward visibility. On the topic of interior space, let us have a closer look at what the HR-V has to offer. We have a modern, minimalistic aesthetic and uncluttered dashboard. I'll get into that in a minute. Ample rear space. Check out the back seats. Rear seats position has increased foot and knee space by 35 millimeters compared to the previous generation. The view from the rear. Premium feel, contemporary fabrics, and textured soft touch materials all over the interior. With this model being the advanced trim, loading convenience is enhanced by a hands-free power tailgate with a walk-away close. Boot capacity with all the rear seats up is at 304 liters, and the maximum boot capacity you can get out of this with all the rear seats down and loaded to the roof is 1290 liters. When you put all the rear seats down, you get a completely flat cargo space, so you don't have that bulge with the headrest from the rear seats actually raising the flooring a bit. It's completely flat. Not only will the seats fold flat, but the HRV actually comes with Honda's innovative magic seat setup in the rear of the cabin, which means that the seats can also be pulled into a vertical position, freeing up lots of useful space and allowing you to transport taller items. IKEA. One thing I really like about this car is the fact that Honda have gone back to the future and changed from digital to these dials here for their climate control. It's one of those things that you don't really appreciate till you use it, but having to go through a infotainment system to actually get to your climate control is just too much of a hassle. And I also like the feedback and the sound that it makes. Also on the sides, this one is even better, well calibrated, and the ticks. The HRV's new air diffusion system has unique L-shaped vents that is supposed to create a gentle flow of fresh air around you and your passengers. Alright, let's take it for a spin now and see how the HRV handles on the road. Honda intends for the HRV to be one of the most efficient crossover SUVs you can buy, with a claimed average fuel economy of 52.3 miles per gallon. To put that to the test, I reset the trip computer and went on a test drive in different types of roads here in the UK. The power terrain is called e-HEV, and no, that's not one of Elon Musk's kids, but it's a full hybrid power terrain that automatically selects from three drive modes: electric, hybrid, or engine. Electric provides instant acceleration, and the hybrid combines petrol and electric motors for highly efficient performance, and the engine drive uses a petrol engine to maintain
red
high
light
speeds,
camera ahead,
and then it helps to charge the electric motor with any excess energy stored in the battery for future use. And then you have another three different performance modes: Sport for responsive drive, Normal for smooth ride, and Econ for greater fuel efficiency. I was mostly in Econ for this test, but except for that one time when I was actually racing the Ferrari and I put it into Sport. But you lost the Honda, man.
I love the GoPro.
If it wasn't for the Range Rover in hand with me, I would have smoked it. The steering response felt very accurate, I would say. Not too light, not too heavy, but overall very balanced and accurate for a car of this size. The 9-inch touchscreen was perfectly placed, I would say. Not too far away, and you don't need to stretch your arms out, allowing you to focus on the road ahead. Initially I had a concern about the inbuilt Honda navigation system. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of it, but that wasn't a big issue because the Honda Connect comes fully loaded with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. That's the navigation. As you can see, it can be a bit laggy, but not to worry. You have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in this car, so that means you can utilize Google Maps, Apple Maps, Waze, whatever preference you might have. So if I go home, Apple CarPlay, then I can scroll across to Google Maps, and there you go, the mapping system we all love. After an approximately 1 hour of smooth motorway driving, I decided to come off and test out the EV mode around the town and keep the engine turned off as long as I can. It was fairly quiet around town in EV mode, and it can last around a mile or two in full EV mode before the engine kicks in again. That little EV symbol stays on when you're in EV mode, and it goes away when you're driving petrol. As I was in town, I decided to put the gearbox into B mode, which ramps up the regenerative braking and can improve fuel economy and also save wear on the brakes. This is highly recommended to use when you are driving in heavy traffic around town or traveling down a steep hill.
In 900 feet, At the roundabout, go straight on. Then at the roundabout, take the second exit.
Now I know I did say that the engine was very quiet around town, but can be really loud when it needs to be. So check out this example where I put my foot down and listen to how loud it is. I still can't comprehend all the features that you get on the lowest trim available for this HRV. You get a rear view camera, keyless entry and start, Honda sensing, which is all the safety features, collision assist, etc., lane keeping and so forth, air diffusion system, heated door mirrors, a 9-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, front and rear parking sensors, heated front seats, all for around £28,000 for a brand new 2022 car. Not bad. I think that's value for money. Anyways, that's my journey coming to an end. Let's go over the fuel economy numbers, shall we? So the claimed MPG for this car is 37 to 40 for city driving and 55 to 57 or 58 for motorway driving. But I've been getting 63 plus, much higher than the stated figure from Honda. So I believe they've understated their fuel economy, because true to real life scenario, I was doing very well. And if you look at the fuel gauge, I've only reduced the fuel bar by a single bar, which is very impressive for nearly a 100-mile journey. So in short, in an era where gas prices are higher than imagined in the post-apocalyptic movie I Am Legend, this Honda HRV will save you your wallet and prepare you for a zombie apocalypse. So yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The brand new Honda HRV, third generation. I think it's come a long way, and I believe Honda has listened to people's opinions on the designs, and they've improved on that front. It's modern, it's practical, and it's fuel efficient. But what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.